Hey everybody, I am coming to you live from Maryland. It's a little ways away, so you probably can't see me that well, but I could potentially help you out. Maybe if I zoom into Maryland. So let's see, Maryland's on the east side of the United States, so you guys are over here, right? But I'm most definitely over here in this vicinity here, so um, let's see if we can find me. Oh, hello. What's that? Oh, well, hello, everyone. Good to see you. Sorry that I can't be with you in person, but hopefully we can have some fun virtually. Today I am kind of excited because even though I'm not there, I don't feel like we can ever, um, you know, practice our notes and rests too much. And so I kind of have a small activity for us today. So your teacher is going to be passing out a worksheet, and whoever you are, if you can hear my voice, if you haven't passed them out, you might as well pass them out already. Go ahead and put your names on there, put your class code, because this is going to go out to a couple different classes. And I'd like to know who you are, where you belong, so that I can give you some feedback on it when I get back, okay? So, without further ado, let's get started, shall we? So hopefully you can see that the sheet that you have is called Music Edition. You might have one, two, or three. More than likely you have two or three because they're a little bit more enjoyable. Sheet number one is a little on the easy side. Not that that's bad, but I kind of wanted this to keep you busy for a little bit. And I think you know most of this anyway, so let's figure it out. Now you'll notice that I have Keo and my class code on there. Double check. Is your class code and your name on that sheet? Double check right now. Now triple check. Okay, we good? All right. So, the weird part is that we're actually not going to start on this side of the sheet. What I really want you to do is turn the sheet over and turn it sideways so that it's the long way, kind of like my video screen is now. So flip your sheet over to the white side and turn it sideways, so the long way, left to right, and then I'll show you what we're going to do. This is going to make everything so much easier. Are you ready? Ah, a lovely blank sheet of paper. I love it. We're just going to be writing a music pyramid. Hopefully it won't take us very long, but it's just a good review, right? So if you remember, the largest note that we work with generally is the whole note. So at the top center of your piece of paper, I want you to draw with me a whole note. And my shapes might not look as nice as yours, but I'm writing on an iPad, so I'm doing the best I can. If you want to, over on the side, you can write whole. That's just so we remember. Now, it looks like a whole, but it's spelled WHOLE because that's like the whole thing, right? And if you remember, we usually count that bad boy ta, because it has 4 beats, right? So write that in there if that helps you. Now let's split this up a little bit. If I took a whole something, a whole candy bar, and I broke it into 2 pieces, 2 smaller pieces, they would be what? Hopefully you're thinking, well, I would have half a candy bar, and you would be right. And a half a candy bar, if it's a whole one is 4, right? Then half would be 2, right? So we need to draw 2 half notes. We can do stem up. That's totally fine. And boom, half notes. It's going to add up to 4, right? Because if I put a little plus sign in there, you don't have to put a plus sign. But if I did add them up, both of those halves would make a whole. That makes sense. Uh-oh, Mr. Keo's doing fractions. Look out, everybody. Now, let's split these up a little bit, if you would, please. We're going to take half of something and cut it in half again. And if I were to take half of something and cut it into 2 pieces, what would that be? I know a lot of you know, but some of you are thinking, ooh, what is that? And it's a lot easier than you think. If I took $1 and I split it up into 4 things, what 4 things make $1? Quarters, right? So what I have next is the quarter note, right? by the way, I totally skipped over it. But our half note, right? We counted this one, ta, because it's 4 beats. And remember our half note, ta. We've been doing a bunch of those lately. But a quarter note, that's half of 2. What's half of 2? Hopefully 1, right? That's exactly right. Which is why we say ta, 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 ta on the beat, because they all equal 1. Well, that one kind of looked weird. So let's split that up into 4 lovely quarter notes. Okay? Now, we're not done though. This is where we get a little interesting. We love this. When you break up the tas, what do we get? Make sure you include your beams. Our TTs, yes? And I'm going to do pairs. So every 2 I'm going to link together with a beam. Oh, those didn't turn out too bad. Hopefully yours look good too. But yes, our 8th notes. And those all get half a beat, right? And then this worksheet is going to ask you to work really hard. So I know your brain is like already exploding, but we're going to split every single one of those TTs into even smaller bits. I'll draw the first one, and we'll see what you think about it. Okay, I'm going to have to readjust my hand, see if I can draw these. Oh, ticka. Let's see. I kind of didn't put those space that first one really well, but I'll try to do better on these. Ticka. And then another 2, 3, 4. I'm not sure why I'm whispering. Ticka. Last but not least. Ticka. Okay. 16th notes. And each one of those is a quarter of a beat. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. So everything is half of something else? Are you serious, Mr. Keogh? Yeah, that's 4, 2, 1, half, and a quarter. The thing that you're going to have to keep in mind, though, and we've talked about this, is that once we start breaking down our ta, the quarter note, our pairs equal 1. And then when we break down our 16th notes, 4 of those equals 1. Because that's a quarter of a beat. 4 quarters would be 1. So anytime I see one of those, I feel like I have to do some circling here. If I were to see 1 ticka, that's going to equal 1 beat, which is different than if I had 1. It looks different, but it's the same. 1 TT equals 1 beat. That's a weird arrow. Ignore that. Okay, so that's a lot of work there. Can we quickly do that with our rests as well? I think we can. So let's make that happen. Uh-oh, I am over here now. Don't worry, I'm a professional. You'll be fine. But I have a whole note, or not a whole note, but a whole rest up here at the top. And if you remember, whole note, whole rest, it doesn't matter. It's always going to be the same number of beats. But a whole note makes sound, ta, but our whole rest, you remember when we do our hand motions? 1, 2, 3, 4 beats of silence, right? So let's break this down. We're going to break these pretty quickly. Flip those holes over, and then you get top hats, right? Hat sounds like half. Come on now. Right? Better. Oh, okay. And there's our half rests. If we break these down, oh, by the way, yeah, still have the same number, 2. And then let's do our ZC squiggle. Ooh, that's not a great one. That one's a little better. Squiggle. There's our quarter rests. Those get 1 beat. Let's keep breaking these down. Wow. Do you remember our swoopy 7s? Dot, swoop 7, dot, swoop 7, dot, swoop 7. Ooh, man. We don't see a lot of these, but they are really important. How many of those do I have? I'm whispering again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great. Okay. Continuing. Sound effects are necessary, in case you're wondering. Feel free to insert your own. Unless your teacher doesn't want you to, then do not insert your own sound effects right there. Okay. Oops, I just dropped my pen. Oh no, into the chair. Okay. And then, ooh, this is where we have like double swoopy sevens. Are you ready? So it's like you double it. It's like you do it twice, and then you can make it a 7. Ooh, I'm going to try to do this a little faster. I'm like drawing it multiple ways each time, trying to figure out which one I like the best. It's hard on an iPad. Hopefully you're using a pen or a pencil or a marker that writes a little better than this. We're doing okay, though. We're figuring it out. I don't know how many I have. You guys count yours, I'll count mine. Okay, whew. That took a little while. But my numbers still match. Still have half there, and I still have a quarter there. Okay, so all of these numbers are going to match on both pyramids, our note pyramid and our rest pyramid. Okay, now this is where we have to apply this knowledge to the worksheet. I hope you're ready. All right, hopefully you flipped your sheet over and you are ready to go. I'm just going to do one of these with you, and then I'm going to let you use the back of your sheet to help you with this, to do this musical math. It's just addition. I have some sheets that have some subtraction and all that good stuff, but we're not going to get that crazy. Now, I think you should write all over the sheet if you want to, okay? So if you want to write notes to yourself, then you go ahead and write notes, okay? For example, if I looked back at my pyramid and I was thinking to myself, okay, that's a ticka-ticka. They're 16th notes. They each get a quarter of a beat. But Mr. Keogh told me something very interesting about this, that in fact, those quarters, a whole ticka-ticka, adds up to 1 beat. Woo-woo! Okay? We also know, I'm going to skip me for right now, ignore me for a second. I also know that a ta is the beat, 1 beat in fact, so there's 1 there. I just have to figure out what's going on with Mr. Keogh. So let's think about this. Looks like a hat. Right? We've talked about this. Hopefully you were paying attention, because there's my hat person, and we know that hat sounds like half, so half of 4 is 2 beats, okay? So that means I have 1 beat over there, I have 1 beat over there, and then I'm 2, right? Add those up and what do you get? Hopefully 4, right? And that's where you would put in the answer space. That's at the end of the equation, right? So I'm just going to write 4, and then I'm going to move on to the next one. Hopefully not too difficult of an assignment for you guys. Hopefully that pyramid helped you quite a bit. Hopefully this is something that you will remember forever. And hopefully I'll be seeing you. Ooh, hello. I'll be seeing you very soon. I really enjoy teaching you, obviously. So be good for your sub. Be good for your teacher. Be good to each other. And I'll see you real soon. Okay? Take care.